Hey, it is an unstoppable day. Welcome to another episode of BTBY TV. I'm your host, Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leffridge. Now, if you are here watching us live or watching us in the replay from wherever you are in the world, we thank you so much for being a part of BTBY TV, becoming the best you. We're on a journey to showcase all the fabulous people around the world that are on their own journey to becoming the best version of themselves so that they can encourage you, inspire you, and motivate you to possibly become the best version of you as well. Now, we got a special show today. We are doing a sneak peek, you guys, a sneak peek to the BTBY experience that is coming up on the 25th of this month. Yes, indeed, it's around the corner, less than 14 days to the BTBY experience, and we want you to be a part of it. You can see on the screen below that you can go to our website, comechangeyourlife.com, and sign up to have your face in the place August 25th through the 27th for food, fun, fellowship, networking, and information that's going to take you to the next level of your greatness and make the rest of 2023 the best of 2023. Now, I could talk about it for this whole hour, but hey, I brought some friends along to tell you not only about how they've been blessed and had an experience of their own at the BTBY experience, but now how they're going to share their message with you. So we're going to bring our illustrious guests up one at a time, and then we're going to chop it up about the BTBY experience that's on the way to Kansas City. First of all, we've got a lady that is just phenomenal. We call her the Braveheart of the crew because she puts on Braveheart workshops and experiences of her own. Live from Branson, Missouri, we've got Jill Reynolds in the house. Hey, Jill.
Hey, thanks for having me today on this beautiful morning here in Branson. So a little bit about me.
Wait. I want to bring everybody up first, and then we'll let you do it. All right. Coming from the other side of the world, well, middle of the world right now, straight from Texas, where you know they do it real big. We've got our person who's going to help you BTBY your health and wellness. He's none other than our favorite fan, Anthony Nam. Hey, Andy.
How are you? I am so honored to be part of this journey to share BTBY to all the people out there.
Well, we are so glad that you are being a part of it again. I know you've got a great story of what you experienced and now what you're going to bring to our audience this time around. So we can't wait to hear what you have to say. But we've got to bring in our resident morning cup of Joe. That's how we like to talk about him, because he always gives you a morning cup of inspiration. We call him Coffee Cup Chuck. Hey, Chuck Doyle, how are you?
Good morning, people.
Good morning. And last but not least, we've got a new player in our midst, new to the BTBY family. He's not only going to be bringing the music, but he's going to be bringing his own message of how he is becoming the best version of himself. Let's welcome to the stage, Brian Swanson. Hey, Brian, unmute yourself.
How's it going?
It is going fabulous. Thank you so much for being here with us. So we are going to go around the room, give everybody an opportunity to introduce themselves, talk about how BTBY has blessed them in their own journey towards becoming the best version of themselves, and then a sneak peek of what they're going to be bringing to the event this weekend. So we want to start ladies first, as always, because I do believe in giving the ladies the stage. Let's start with you, Jill. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how the BTBY experience has been helping you on your own journey.
Well, thank you. So I'm Jill Reynolds, and I live in Branson, Missouri, and I am the CEO and founder of Braveheart Workshops. What we do is I am a meeting and event planner, so that if you're going to have any type of event, retreat, conference, you'd hire me so that you can stay in your lane and do what you do best and leave the planning to an expert. I'm a certified meeting and event planner, and I'm also the host of the Connection Show to inspire hope, health, and healing in the world, which you can listen to my podcast show and find my show by going to braveheartworkshops.com and clicking contact us. And all my links are at the bottom of my page with my YouTube, my BitChute, and my Rumble channel as well. I'm a speaker and an author in collaborative books. And why I am part of becoming the best you can be is first and foremost the people who are part of this amazing mindset movement. They are so fabulous, and to be in their presence gives me so much more hope in my life. I'm a very resilient person, and so resiliency is the word that I use in order to continue my growth. In fact, I'm doing a Resilient Braveheart conference in Branson, Missouri this weekend. So resiliency is very important to me. So that is a sneak peek of what I'm going to be talking about. Is through my resiliency, I have now 41 years of recovery from crack cocaine,
Wow.
31 years of recovery from codependency, and 8 years from eating disorders. So what I usually do when I share at Becoming the Best You events is I take one of my spiritual awakenings that I've had as a result of recovery, and I share them with I have several topics, and I believe at this one I'll do my story called Train Whistle about abandonment and how I've overcome abandonment issues, and I have become the best you that I've become as a result of my own healing journey.
I love it. I love it. So for any of you guys who are watching this live or watching the replay and you've been struggling with changing the narrative of your story, you can learn how to be resilient from our resiliency expert, Jill Reynolds, that's going to be in the place on August 25th through the 27th. And we want you to be there to hear how her story has changed her life and allowed her to become the best version of you. So now, Jill, I know you said...
And I actually, Terrence and everyone, had a therapist years ago in my recovery. In the middle of the session, she said, Jill, of all my clients, you have more resiliency than anyone I've ever met. And if all my patients had the resiliency you did, I'd be out of business.
And you know what? That sounds like that would have been a great thing for her, because that's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build people who learn how to develop their own level of resiliency, their own level of confidence, their own level of what they consider to be best for them. Because it's not, as we talk about, we don't compete, we collaborate. And our job is to help collaborate with each and every person on their journey to becoming the best version of themselves. We appreciate you, Jill. I know you said you have to run, but you can stick and stay as long as you can as we talk to our other guests and talk about this BTBY experience. So listen, let's bring to the stage next Andy Nam. Andy, you got the opportunity to experience BTBY for the first time earlier this year. So as you introduce yourself, I want you to really talk about what your experience was like and what made you decide to come back and share even more of what you have to share.
I love it. I love it. Well, my name's Andy Nam. I'm with Focal Academy, and I am a functional nutrition longevity coach. So everything that I do is to help people get off medication, get back their health back on track, and then to be able to enjoy life for a very long time, right? And that's basically what I do. It's all about longevity. You know, we have actually a podcast TV show also called Chronically Healthy Life, where we share strategies on not only how to live longer, how to retire more financially, you know, how to set up your family and the type of environment you're around, you know. So we are all living chronically healthy lives. So that's what we do. You can check that out from our website. But yeah, you know, as for joining the BTBY community, I was invited by Brenda Ringwood. You know, for me, it was sort of like, I wanted to be around a tribe that wants to get better, right? Because it's always a choice for us to decide that we want to become a better version of ourselves before you can make the next step, right? And sometimes that decision could be really hard when it's your own decision and you don't got people inspiring you, when everyone is pushing you down. And when Brenda shared me what BTBY was about, I say, hey, it sounds interesting. Let me check this out and see what this hype's all about. And I got to tell you, the event we went to in St. Louis, right? That was in February.
Yes.
Yeah, I met so many inspiring people. So many challenges. When you think your life is tough, there's someone there that has it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times worse than you, and they are better because of it. And that inspires you that, hey, maybe life isn't that tough. Maybe it isn't that hard to become the best version of yourself. So that's really what, why, I'm part of the BTBY experience, Terrence.
Well, I love it. And that's so true. Sometimes we can't see the picture because we're part of the frame. We only see what's happening in our life. We only see the trials, tribulations, or challenges that we face, and we think ours is the worst that can possibly be out there. But BTBY experience allows you to see that there are other people that are going through maybe not the same things that you're going through,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not at the same extreme that you're going through, but there are people that are going through some things on their journey to becoming the best version of themselves. And our experience allows you to be able to see that if Andy can do it, if Jill can do it, if Chuck can do it, if Brian can do it, if even Terrence can do it at 5'3", then you possibly can do it too. If you just stick and stay and you learn from our experiences and you take the messages, the information that we're going to be sharing with you. So definitely have your face in the place on August 25th. Because Andy, give us a little sneak peek of what information you're going to be sharing with them
Yeah,
at the event.
I on the main stage this time around, I'm gonna share with people that aging to me is just a disease, right? We all age, but we don't need to get old, right? So it's really going to be centered all about inflammation and all the chronic problems inflammation can cause. And basically, what we're maybe doing right now, what we're doing, how we're eating, how we're exercising, that we think is doing good to us, is actually causing inflammation and causing us to age and causing us to have these chronic problems. And of course, I'm going to give you a few tips how to lower inflammation and just fight off aging. Like, to me, aging is a chronic disease, and that's what we're here for. I'm trying to help people fight this chronic disease.
Well, I love it. Aging is something that we're not going to get away from, but it is something that we can manage. And at any age, we can be the best version of ourselves with people like Andy Nam in our corner to help us age gracefully, age wonderfully, age healthy, and to really be the best versions of ourselves. So we're glad that you are part of our tribe, part of our community, and that you're willing to share some of this great information with us. So, and again, I know you have to run as well, so you can stick and stay as long as you can as we talk to another member of our crew, another member of the BTBY family. And he's got a really special story because he has benefited from some of the work that we've been doing outside of the conferences. This is our last winter class session. No, our spring 2022 session winner, Mr. Coffee Cup Chuck Doyle. Hey, Chuck, how are you?
What's going on, people? What's going on, Coach?
Hey, I'm staying positive, people.
Hey, I'm getting excited. I'm getting ramped up because we only got, 12 days left?
Yeah, tick-tock.
TikTok. Yes.
So why are you so excited about this experience that's coming up?
Well, Terrence, first off, I, like Andy, was able to experience for the first time the conference that fell this winter in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Crazy event, man. It was a crazy event. So I went as the winner of that following becoming the best speakers course to be presented an award and to get on stage and to give my signature speech that helped me win that competition. But Terrence, one thing I wasn't expecting to come to a conference and hear about how I can change my finances, how I can better my health. You think these conferences are just to hear people tell about overcoming stories, and it's way more than that, man. It's fun. They had that, and he can vouch with me on this. We had a very, very fun-filled Saturday night with the black tie event, where we were able to all really get in depth and mingle with the speakers and the people who spotlighted themselves to help other people. So
yeah, I think there's about 1,000 Chuck Doyle pictures out there circulating in the multiverse from that event. So you definitely got it in at that event. Now, speaking of in the multiverse, bringing electricity to events, you do this each and every day for everyday people as well as corporations in your own business. Tell us a little bit about what you do when you're not with BTBY.
Okay, so one thing I do is I help keep Kansas City brighter. I have a electrical lighting company that serves the commercial environment in Kansas City, and I've been doing it for about 5 years. But I really want to. I know I help make people's lives brighter, because that's me, Cold Coffee Cup Chuck. But I really want to go all the way back, Terrence. I want to go all the way back to where when I was a kid and I made those mistakes in my life that sent me to prison. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I'm going to be talking about at the conference. The things. So we make mistakes in life. We decide things in life, and sometimes those decisions might not always be the best decision, but it's not over. It's not. And this conference is one of those conferences that help give you a better understanding of why the things that you go through in your life, those are just the little storms that you go through. There's so much more after that. But the important thing for you to do is you got to find an environment where you can use that environment to help get you where you want to go.
I love it. Well, we can't wait to hear what you are going to bring to us at this conference, not only from the stage, but from your networking in between and from our event on our Saturday night. We're going to have another great networking event this Saturday night, so you definitely want to have your face in the place. Thank you so much, Coffee Cup Chuck. Now, let's speak to our new family member. And, we don't call this a conference. We call this an experience. Why? Because at a conference, you just come in, you get the information, you may shake a few hands, you might make a new friend, and then you're gone. But no, at the BTBY experience, we build relationships that will last beyond the conference into our virtual mastermind sessions, into our retreats, into our academy, into our youth experience, and into our relationship building between individuals, helping them with their businesses and helping others. So we're just like a family, y'all. We help each other beyond that one day. And so we want to welcome to the family Brian Swanson, giving you the full invitation to become part of the family. Take a second and tell us who you are, what you do, and how you heard about BTBY.
All right. Thanks, Terrence. Definitely a pleasure for being here. What was the first question? I'm sorry.
Tell us who you are, Brian, and what you do.
My name is Brian Swanson. I'm from Colorado. Ex-military, retired military, I should say. And right now I'm actually a karaoke DJ. I'm a sound guy. I'm a life insurance and investment guy. I have got a whole slew of things that I do, to include a Denim and Pearls podcast.
Wow. Well, we first and foremost, we thank you for your service. And we thank you now for bringing your additional services to the BTBY family. Talk to us. Let's go back in reverse order. Tell us about the podcast, and then tell us about what you do as a karaoke DJ.
Okay, well, the Denim and Pearls podcast is all about business casual with pearls of wisdom from the porch. So if you break that all down, we're talking business, but we're going to get casual about it and actually have a decent conversation with pearls of wisdom filtered in. Michelle Moras and myself have had many years of experience, let's say, put it that way. And so we share a lot of that. And then, of course, from the porch means it's family style. It means it's going to stay on the porch. It's a conversation that we've all had on the porch, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, sharing a beer, whatever. But there's some real truth and education to being on the porch. And
Absolutely.
then, what's that?
I said absolutely. Some of the best pearls of wisdom have come from just sitting at the feet of people, of your mentors, of your elders, of those leaders in your tribe, whether it's your family, whether it's your business, that are willing to extend that one-on-one time with you to help you get to the next level of your greatness. And we've got a lot of people on the screen right now that do that exact same thing. They have no problem with spending one-on-one time with you to help you with the knowledge that they have. And so we're glad, Brian, that you also do that, and we look forward to seeing that you in action at the event. Now tell us about what you do as the karaoke DJ.
As a karaoke DJ, I've actually been a DJ for 30 years, 33 years, I do believe it was. I started over in Japan at the NCO club. Somebody invited me to learn how to turn records. And at that time, it was cassette tapes. So I've built 33 years worth of knowledge when it comes to performances, sound, understanding the crowd, understanding what kind of environment we're working with, making sure things sound right. Because in this case, we're working with the BTBY. I'm actually going to be running the sound equipment that everybody speaks into a microphone and everybody else in the audience gets to hear. And the one thing that I hate is when somebody walks out of a room at the end of the day and goes, I have been doing nothing but listening to yelling and screaming and I'm tired. Well, I can make a difference in that sound, believe it or not, when you listen to it for that many hours. And
Absolutely.
It's actually comfortable.
And that's something else that you want at a conference. We believe that the music and the mics is part of the overall experience, because it may not be something that someone says that makes the difference in their life. It may be that one song that's played at the right time during the process of experiencing everything that's going on, that's going to leave the impression in the person when they walk out that door. And it's going to be able to sum up their entire experience of that weekend. So you are not only needed, you are a very necessary component in our BTBY experience. And we're glad to have you here, and we're looking forward to working with you, Brian. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, tell you what you can expect from the BTBY experience if you just register right now at the link that's going across the screen right now, comechangeyourlife.com, and you will not regret it. So we're going to take a quick commercial, give you a little snippet of what you can expect at the Becoming the Best You event, and we'll be right back. So stick and stay. You're watching BTBY TV. All right, we are back with BTBY TV. So if you're curious about what is going to happen, I love that music that was just in the commercial. Kind of gets you kind of curious about what's going to happen next. We want to make sure that you have your face in the place for BTBY experience coming to Kansas City, August 25th through the 27th. So let me ask you a question as we come towards the end of our segment today. What are you guys expecting to receive as you continue your journey towards becoming the best you. And I want to start with you, Brian, because you haven't experienced this yet. Of course, you're going to be working, you're going to be on the wheels of steel, you're going to be manning the boards and making sure we all sound good as we have our videographers making sure we look good. But this is also part of becoming the best you for you. So what would you like to see from a BTBY experience personally?
Well, I will say, I don't have any expectations. Let's put it that way. I don't have any expectations, but the topic that I'm actually going to cover when I do my presentation is about perception and how we look at incidents within our lives and how we make that decision to move forward, whether it's positive or negative. And we've all got those choices. A lot of us have been faced with those choices, but it's all on how our environment has molded us to move forward. That's only one small piece of that perception on how we can do things. So when I'm actually looking forward to at this event, there's so many opinions and so many people and so many experiences, really and truly, throughout the crowd, throughout the speakers, that I'm looking for that piece that always will help me move forward.
I love it. Always looking for the piece that will help you move forward. And I think that's one thing that we should do no matter where, any room we walk into. How is walking in this room going to make me better after I walk out of this room than before I walked in the room? Chuck, give us your thought on that statement right there. When you walk into the room this time in Kansas City at the Kansas City Hilton, what are you hoping to gain that's going to help you on your journey to becoming the best you?
It's a good question, Coach. That's a good question. So, one thing that I learned at the last conference is I was able to go in and network with a bunch of people that I didn't know before. And because of that conference, now I have an ongoing relationship with many of them. And those people, since that conference, not only have been like good friends to talk to, but they've been very educational. They've been able to help me out. If I'm having issues with some sort of medical thing that I don't really want to utilize medicine for, I can call Andy, Sabrina Proctic. She did a very, very good presentation on finance. So she's since then became like a finance coach to me. I reached out to a millionaire that performed and did a very, very good intro and a very good stage performance itself, Kevin Wilson. This guy got up on stage and told us about finances too, things that I didn't know. I thought at over 40 years old that I knew a lot of the things that I really didn't know going into that conference. So that's one of the things that I'm looking for. Another thing that I'm actually going to be trying to get people to understand is, you got people standing on the sideline, you got people standing in the back of you. This is your environment. You have people standing on the sideline and people in back of you. If any one of those people at any point step in front of you with their opinions, then sometimes your vision or your direction can get a little clouded. So that's one of the things that I'm going to try to help clear people's vision up on. Knowing where to put these people that you cross in your life, knowing where to put them. The best ones go on the side, some of them go in the back of you, because you need people pushing you and you need people cheering you on. So, but I do want to say this because Brian mentioned it a little earlier, with him being the man behind the wheels. I will be giving a very special performance, and it's going to require Brian over here to help make sure that entrance is the best it could be. So, Brian, I just want to say I appreciate, you stepping in and helping us out with this conference. I can't wait to meet you in person. I did a little research since I've been sitting here watching this presentation. I love the visual of the podcast image on your shirt. I know Michelle very well. She's a very awesome person. So now I'm very intrigued to check out your podcast. So
Listen, we got Got the testimonials happening, and we ain't even got to the event yet. So just
Nope.
I haven't even got there yet.
imagine what you're going to get once you have your face in the place. August 25th through the 27th for the BTBY experience. You just saw this experience take place in full bloom on this podcast. So imagine what experience you can have if you decide to show up and show out and be a part of your own BTBY experience. It doesn't say BTBU, becoming the best us. It says BTBY, becoming the best you. We make it personal, y'all. If we want to help you get the tools, tips, strategies necessary and connect you with the people that can take you on your own journey to becoming the best you. The only thing you have to do is put in those digits at comechangeyourlife.com. Get your tickets so that you can have your face in the place. And even if you can't make it to Kansas City, we've got a virtual option ready and waiting for you so that you can get inside of the event from the comfort of your home. So there are no excuses for you not to make the rest of 2023 the best of 2023 by coming to the BTBY experience in in Kansas City, Missouri. And we got another little sneak peek before we end the show to let you know what you can expect from the BTBY experience. So stick and stay. We'll be right back with BTBY TV.
Becoming the best version of yourself is a journey. When you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Let's start your journey today at comechangeyourlife.com. All you have to do is take the first step, and we will help you along the way. Are you ready? Change starts now. Become the best version of yourself. Reach for the world. Kansas City is coming. comechangeyourlife.com. Become the best version of you. Let known influencers such as Saucony Prince and Dr. Ruben West show you how to overcome and move forward and get to the next stage of your life. You don't want to miss this, Kansas City. August 25th through the 27th, comechangeyourlife.com. Host Brenda Ringwood and Terrence Lethbridge bring quality speakers. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com because change happens here.
Change happens here. Got to have your face in the place August 25th through the 27th for the BTBY experience, you guys. Tickets are still on sale right now, so there's nothing like right now to start changing your life. Welcome back to BTBY TV. I'm your host, Terrence Lethbridge, and we've got our Wheels of Steel DJ, Brian Swanson, with us, and we've got Coffee Cup Chuck Doyle in the house with us this afternoon as we have a sneak peek into what you can expect with the BTBY experience. Now, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to give some final thoughts, and the question is this: why should anyone who's looking to become the best version of themselves have their face in the place on August 25th in Kansas City? I'm going to start with you, Brian, and then we'll let Chuck, and then we'll close it out.
All I keep thinking is every time you say, if you don't get there, you're not going to win. And all I keep thinking about is the lottery. If you don't buy a ticket, you can't win. If you don't buy a ticket to BTBY, you can't win. It's that simple. I can't think of any other way to put it. You can't win if you're not there. And if you don't buy a ticket, you can't be there. It's that easy.
Absolutely. You know what? I love it. KISS. Keep it simple. Somebody. just recognize you can't win. You know what? The last two letters in the word win is IN. In. You can't win if you don't get in. So if you're looking to win, then you got to get in to the Come Change Your Life experience, the BTBY experience, August 25th. Now, Chuck, I don't know how you gonna go better than what Brian just said, but we'll give you the mic. He'll pass you his mic, and let's see what you can say. Why should somebody be a part of this BTBY experience?
So I'm gonna say it like this. Old Coffee Cup Chuck has a surprise where he's giving out 10 free lottery tickets to 10 lucky people at this conference. And I'm glad Brian mentioned the lottery because my presentation is surrounding the lottery. And to cap off what he said about you can't win in the unless you show up in the place, I want you to know that you all are already winners, but you can't spend that ticket that you already got unless you get yourself around people with value who know how to actually spend that ticket the right way. Get on over to comechangeyourlife.com, get your ticket so you can get up in front of us and you can hear how a lot of us have been winning, how a lot of us continue to win. And one of the biggest things, one of the greatest reasons why we are winning is because we are in the right environment. Get yourself in the right environment, people. Get on over to comechangeyourlife.com and get that ticket.
And just like that, we talk about winners, and then a winner pops up on the screen. Let's welcome the founder. Let's welcome the visionary. Let's welcome the professor of change and the influencer for this entire BTBY experience, Brenda Ringwood. Hey, Brenda.
Hey, I got my KC hat on. Ready.
All
Get me
right.
with the no makeup today. It's Sunday. I'm trying to get prepared. There's so much to do for an event that it takes an army, it takes a village. And Brian, I am so excited that we have you on board. Can't wait to see you in person, see what you're bringing to the table. You know what? Even forget about that music. I can't wait to hear you speak. And I get filled every time I see our people. You know, our community is so rich. They have so much knowledge, they have so much beauty within them, and they just want to share it. And I can't wait to be part of that. See, it's not just coming to an event, it is part of a community, and it's relationship building. You're going to find a family, and then our family does business with each other. We are very loyal, very dedicated, and man, I mean, I just don't know what else to say. Come on now, it's an experience. Come change your life.
Hey, Brenda,
Absolutely.
not to cut you off, but since you're on the phone, uh, at our last event that we had in St. Louis, there were several people that were in the audience that were not speakers that, you know, they went to that conference. And when they left, when I was leaving the conference Sunday night at the end of the conference, do you know how many people walked by in the parking deck garage? Those people were crying, like literally, like releasing themselves. And I stopped and asked a couple of them. One in particular was a very good friend of mine. And I asked her, what's the matter? You know, you just left the conference of an awesome conference. And she said it was such a roller coaster of emotions that she didn't know that existed inside of her. And that the conference literally released a lot of things that she didn't even realize about. Now, and not even months later, this woman is about to take the stage next to her husband as a superhero duo. And I mean, man, that's going to be really powerful right there. Just seeing someone from the last conference that wasn't even part of the spiel get on stage and give her understanding of how she was able to be unlocked at the previous concert. Man,
As Sharon Page says, we ignited her dream. She's always wanted to do that. It gave her the confidence that she can do it too. You know, they can see them in the speakers if that's what they want to do. They can see them in the business that whatever that professional is talking about on the stage. And not only that, they get to have one-on-one time with these folks all throughout the conference. So they can go pick their brain. You're getting a conference full of coaching.
Absolutely.
And it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, and you know what we say, I joined the BTBY experience because Brenda kind of told me to, like she's told everybody else. But here's the other thing. You never know what your journey can be until you find out what somebody else's journey has been. Let me say that again. You never know what your journey can be until you find out what somebody else's journey has been. Someone they say that success leaves clues, little breadcrumbs along the way. So for anyone else that's coming after your success, or coming after Chuck's success, or coming after Brian's success, they can pick up those seeds, they can pick up those breadcrumbs, and now you can incorporate it into your own journey. One seed might have been a trial and tribulation, but now you get to see how that seed may have led that other person down the wrong path, and now you get to make a choice. That's what the BTBY experience is full of people that are willingly sharing their experiences, their successes, as well as their failures, so that you can see through the eyes of somebody else that maybe your journey can be strengthened, or maybe your journey can point you in another direction, because you've had the opportunity to be a part of somebody else's experience. That's why I love BTBY, because by watching you guys become the best version of you, I get to become the best version of me. And together, we all become the best versions of ourselves. So I thank you, Brenda, for taking this from a vision into reality. I thank you, Chuck, for your constant, every daily dose of not real coffee, but mindset coffee that puts me on the way. And I thank you, Brian, for bringing your experience into our experience, so that it becomes an even fuller experience than it was before. I also want to thank Jill Reynolds for sharing her story with us, and giving her contributions, as well as Andy Nam, that's going to help us with our health and wellness, so that we move from being chronically healthy to aging graciously. And I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys who are watching us live, who are watching us in the replay, who has taken the initiative already to sign up at comechangeyourlife.com, so that you can have your face in the place, in person or virtually, August 25th through the 27th. It's going to be a banger, y'all. It's going to be an experience that you just don't want to miss. So for the crew here, for Brenda Ringwood, for Coffee Cup Chuck, and for Brian Swanson, I am Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leffers, and you've been watching another episode of BTBY TV, Becoming the Best You. And wherever you are in the world today, you know what I say. Don't just make it a great day. Focus on becoming the best version of you, and make it an unstoppable day. Take care, guys.